Alright, so weather conditions have changed rapidly up on... Drastically up on Gregory Bald. Good morning from the Old Man Hiking Club. Look who's back.
Look who's back.
Pat's back.
Bon Camino.
From the Camino. How was your trip?
It was unbelievably awesome.
All right, well, we'll get to talk about it a little bit more down the trail, but glad to have you back.
Glad to be back.
It's just me and Pat, so it's just like old times. We searched for a good loop hike, and I found one up in here, the Great Smoky Mountains. So we're in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and we're getting ready to do the 20-mile, I don't know, 20-mile trail loop hike, but we're not doing 20 miles. It's about 18 miles. We have a 7-mile, 3,600-foot ascent.
Oh.
You know, Deb told us we need to step it up after these wimpy hikes we've been doing these last couple months. So we're stepping it up, Deb.
Well, that's because we were doing we had some 20-mile days that we were doing over there just in one day. She was just giving you a hard time out.
Okay. So this is a multi-trail hike. We're on 4 or 5 different trails to make this loop hike. We're going to start out doing the Wolf Ridge Trail, and we take that to Gregory Bald Trail, to the AT. We're on the AT for a short time, and then we take the 20-mile ridge trail back to our car.
No blazes.
No blazes, signage only.
Yeah, so hopefully we don't get to make any wrong turns here.
Yeah.
We have done that in the past.
So since you are fresh off your Camino hike, you have your trail legs?
Well, that was about a month ago, so hopefully they're still with me. I've been training still, so.
All right. Well, we're getting ready to find out. We got 3,600 feet to go up, so you ready to hike on?
Hike on.
All right, 2.5 miles in, we have made it to this intersection. We go right on Wolf Ridge Trail, going left would take you to campsite 95. Going down the trail is where we came from. It is a hot and muggy day. We are going up. How do you feel?
Other than just sweating my ball.
Yeah. You were going to say it, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
He caught himself.
I caught myself because I know Alan likes to keep this PG.
All right, let's keep hiking.
But it's just hot and humid, unfortunately. It'd be nice if we got a breeze.
It's not hot, but it's just very, very humid. Hike on.
Hike on.
Not a lot to film so far. We did several of those creek crossings, which was really nice. We have now veered away from the creek, and we're in the green tunnel. And according to my watch, we've gone up 1,237 feet, and we have another 2,400 to go. So we've done 3 miles, so we got 4 more miles and 2,400 feet. We're 5 miles in, and we just passed what we thought was going to be our last water source, and turns out it's a no water source. So we're going to have to go into water conservation mode because the map isn't showing me any more water for several miles. So I think our next option, there's a campsite a couple miles up here that had water in the past, but they closed that campsite, so I'm not sure. We'll go in there and see if we can find some water there. So right now we're a little concerned, no water. Got a little late blooming mountain laurel. So there's a popular phrase on the trail where they say the trail provides. Well, in this case, it absolutely did. We were just walking by, saw a little trickle on the trail, walked down the hill just a little bit and found this tiny, tiny water coming out of the side of the mountain. We were able to camel up. We drank about 1 liter each, and then refilled our bottles, and we have a 2-liter with us, so we are carrying about a gallon of water right now, which is 8 pounds of heaviness. But we have enough water to complete the hike, so we're good to go. Well, we're about a half a mile from Parsons Bald, which should have good lookouts and stuff, but a rainstorm has decided to develop and rain all over us. I'm sitting under a tree right now, still getting wet. I'm waiting for Pat, waiting for him to come up the trail. It's about a 15-minute rain shower. No, looks like the sun is trying to break out. That'll make things nice and steamy. So the rain has stopped. Well, sort of. The wind is blowing the water off the trees now. So if we weren't wet with sweat, we are now wet from rain. Pretty much soaked from head to toe. We got rain jackets, but why bother? We're already wet with sweat. The rain actually felt kind of nice. It was washing some of the sweat off of us. But the humidity out here is fantastic, and so the rainstorm was bound to happen sooner or later. My map says we got about 0.4 miles to the first bald, and so the hope was we'd get views there, but now the fog has rolled in, so I don't know if we'll get to see anything. So we'll just find out when we get there. Pat had some rather choice expletives.
Yeah.
for the 6 mile hike uphill.
6 miles uphill, uphill. No downhills, no flat levels, constantly uphill all the way.
Yeah.
Humid day.
And
we had a nice rainstorm that we were walking through, so my legs are rubber.
So that was 6.2 miles straight uphill. It took us 4 hours. And this is our first downhill in 4 hours. Or level anyways. We're not getting too excited. I think we have a little more elevation gain to get to Gregory Bald, where we should get some views, hopefully. We are like 0.4 miles away from Gregory Bald. And in a recent weather development, we now have a thunderstorm on our tail. And Gregory Bald is wide open space. I think we're over 5,000 feet. Not exactly the place we want to be on a thunderstorm. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. We may end up hunkering down in the woods, I'm not sure, and let the thunderstorm pass, but it's always an adventure. We've made it to the top of Gregory Bald. It's raining on us again, but then right off in the distance is some blue sky and clouds, so I don't think we're going to get much of a view. I've seen pictures from this place and it's magnificent. So I don't think we're going to see anything. I found the USGS marker, and Gregory Bald is 4,949 feet. Alright, so weather conditions have changed rapidly up on... Drastically up on Gregory Bald. The temperature has dropped 20 degrees. It is cold up here. It's 65 degrees. It's raining.
The wind's blowing hard.
It's blowing. Pat didn't bring a rain jacket.
Nope.
So
it was supposed to be sunny at 85.
I lent him my Z-Pax wind jacket. New piece of gear. What do you think? What's your first thought?
So far, so working. Hey, I'm appreciative of it.
Breaking the wind.
Breaking the wind.
All right, let's hike to camp.
Let's get to camp.
Now, if it wasn't raining, these would be fantastic views. We are back in the woods. Got a little protection from the wind. Trail is mud and slop. Feet are soaking wet. Pat just did a nice crash and burn. Didn't break anything. No harm, no foul. But the trail is slippery now. So we are coming up on Little Gregory Bald. And then we intersect the AT is our next trail intersection. It's bad enough to get rained on and get wet, but now the trail is so overgrown that we're brushing up against all this greenery, and the water is just hitting our legs and running down our legs into our shoes, and my toes are just sloshing around in water. My hands have been either wet with sweat or wet from rain for so long, they're all shriveled up. Can't wait to see what my feet look like. We've made it to our Appalachian Trail intersection. We now have white blazes, which is very comforting because our trails that we've been on had absolutely no blazes whatsoever.
Very overgrown.
Very overgrown, hard to follow the trail. And you pretty much only have signs at intersections, so you need to have a good map. But we are white blazes for the next 3 miles. We've got 2 miles to camp. A little late, but better late than never. We made it to our campsite. This is Birch Spring Gap. And we have 0.1 down this way to the campsite. There's 10 spots. We have 2 reserved. So Pat's gonna set his tent up here. And then I got a couple trees here to hang my hammock. Our dinner was rudely interrupted by rain. This is the 3rd rain of the day. So it's a little after 7. We're able to hang the bear bags. We're jumping in the tents, got nowhere else to go. So stay dry in our tents. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning from the Old Man Hiking Club. This is Sunday, July 20th. And
we're wet.
Waterlogged is an understatement. We were eating dinner and a storm rolls in, so we didn't even get to finish dinner hardly. We were starting to dry off a little bit, and then the rain came and we didn't bring our rain jackets, so we had to run back to our tents and get in, and got wet again. And then what about 10:30, then the thunderstorms come and the lightning came, and it rained all night long. All our gear is wet.
Yep.
All our gear is muddy.
Yep.
But it's a great learning experience.
So I learned how to hike in the rain and the mud.
So we are getting ready to leave camp. It was a decent camp.
Yeah, it's a nice campsite.
We shared it with another couple, but we don't know who they were.
Yeah.
But we got a 0.1 mile hike up to the AT, and then we got like a mile on the AT, and then we switch off on another trail to a different junction. All downhill. Yes, all downhill. So Pat ran out of toilet paper, so
yeah.
He didn't bring enough toilet paper. He didn't bring his rain jacket.
Well,
a learning experience.
Yes.
Let's hike on.
Hike on.
We've made it to our 20-mile trail, and we have 5 miles to the ranger station, which is where we parked. So we are now getting off the AT and heading this way on the 20-mile trail. So we are now in our 4th shower of the hike. We had 2 hiking to the campsite. We had a shower at the campsite at 7 o'clock that lasted till 7 in the morning that turned into thunder showers. And we now have another shower on our final 3 miles to the car. The last 3-4 miles of the hike, we've been walking next to this river. It's just been spectacular. And here we are. Let's go for the big finish. All right, Pat, you've been off the trail. Well, you haven't really been off the trail. Camino counts. What'd you think?
Well,
how about the backcountry camping?
Well, this is the first hike with the Old Man Hiking Club since March. And honestly, the Camino has ruined me, okay?
Okay, you got comfortable?
I got very comfortable on really nice trails, only a 10-pound pack,
yeah,
you know, at the most, and cafes and every hour or so I can stop, get a cafe, and
sleeping in air conditioning.
Sleeping in air conditioning on a nice bed or whatnot. So yeah, but no, it was a good hike. I mean, we started out hot and sweaty and muggy, and got to the top of a mountain, and the temperature dropped, and it was cold. And it rained all night long.
We had it all.
We had it all, and you know, some of these trails weren't very well marked or cleaned. So, I mean, you can hardly even tell there was a trail there.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple times I had to get my phone out to make sure we were on trail because it was so overgrown we couldn't see the trail.
Yeah.
But it was a good loop hike. My watch says 19.34. That's the biggest hike of the year so far, which is good. We're ramping up. We got 2 big hikes in September and October. We're doing a hike in August. We don't know what it is yet, but we know September we're going to do the Loeb.
Hopefully it's not starting out with a 10-mile uphill climb.
3,600 foot.
Yeah. No.
And in October we're going to do the foothills. So we got to step it up, get ready for those hikes. But good hike in the Smokies. I tell you, the best part about it was the 5 miles back to the car.
No, actually, the last 3 miles was all the walking along the creek and the little river here with all the waterfalls and stuff. That was the best part.
That was beautiful. All right, let's go find us some Mexican.
Yes, please.
We are in Bryson City at 4 Queens Mexican Grill. Pat, what you got?
I got the enchilada Valeri.
Okay. Mine's just called Texas. So it's got chicken and grilled onions and zucchini and stuff. So this should be good. We'll let you know how it goes afterwards. All right, we just finished eating our food from 4 Queens Mexican Grill.
In Bryson City.
Yep. So Pat, what'd you think?
I'd say 4 3/4 jalapenos out of 5. Service was great. Food was really good. You know, tentative, everything. Hey, this place has got a 100 rating. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 4.5 jalapenos. Mine was excellent. The seasoning on my food was excellent. Again, service was excellent. We have no complaints.
Yes, very good. Yes, for a side of rice, and they gave you a big juice plate of rice.
Yeah. So it was very good. Good choice.
Yes.
All right.
Highly recommend this place.
We will see you next month. We're not 100% sure where we're going, but we're going somewhere.
Yeah.
See you next month.
Peace out.
Peace out. Alright, this is a little bonus footage. Since we were so close to Fontana Dam, we had to stop and take a look. Another look at the back side of the dam. So this is Fontana Lake, created by Fontana Dam. So everything that we're seeing here is the Smokies. the AT crosses this bridge and then goes up into the Smokies. It's on the back side of Fontana Dam. Looks like a power station. And I'm assuming that's Fontana River. I'll have to check on that.